So, welcome to Success Interviews. These are where I chat to fellow female business owners to find out why they started their businesses and how they measure success. And today I'm really pleased to be joined by Claire Saxton, who is marketing consultant and social media expert from Saxton Marketing. Now, I met Claire back in 2014 because we both started our business last year and we'll be celebrating 10 years next year, which is very exciting. And it was through networking, and I've also been able to use her services to help me grow and develop my business. So, Claire, do you want to tell us a little bit more about what you do?
Yeah, sure. So I'm a marketing consultant and social media expert. And what that basically means is I'm helping businesses to get themselves more out there, be it on social media, mostly digital platforms, but just helping them to see the potential that those digital platforms can offer to them, and really hit their target audience in an effective way.
That's fantastic. And I know you do a great job for lots of small business owners. And, as I said, I've experienced that myself. So, my first kind of big question for you is why did you start your business?
Yeah, so it was a couple of reasons really. The first sort of, I guess, kick in that direction was I was working as a marketing manager, and I went on maternity leave with my daughter. And I think while I was on maternity leave, I had ideas of what I wanted to do and how I wanted my career to be. But I also wanted to have the balance of being a stay-at-home mom with a job and still maintaining my career and doing what I was passionate about. And that was really pushing the social media side of things. So I decided to go self-employed, and having done lots of research, I kind of went into it very blind. I didn't really know anybody who was in that kind of arena. I just thought, let's just see how it goes. And yeah, last week I celebrated my 9-year anniversary, so it's gone all right.
That's fantastic, isn't it? And you hear stats, and I don't know what the current stats are, but the percentage of businesses that fail within the first year or 2 years.
Yeah,
So to still be
yeah.
going 9 years on is absolutely amazing. And I bet it's giving you so much flexibility around your children as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's like last week I used an example on my own social media that I was able to go to my children's sports day, which our school do it as a all day event. So one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and you stay there all day. And I wouldn't have been able to do that. Normally I would have been taking a day out as holiday and not being able to potentially go. Whereas I was able to work before I went to the sports day, did the sports day with the kids, and came back and worked later on. I can have that flexibility, and I'm very upfront with my clients that that's how I work, because if one of my kids is sick, I don't have to worry. They can usually carry on, or put meetings on hold slightly while I look after them. So there's always been that flexibility, which is what I ultimately wanted as well.
Yeah, that theme has come up lots in these interviews so far. And I think it's going to be a continued theme throughout for those that are parents or even those that aren't. It's just having flexibility to live the life that you want to live.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
probably connected to that is my next question for you. How do you measure success?
Yes, it's a good. I mean, I try and do it in lots of ways, really. But one of the main things for me was wanting to give back and being able to see clients gain results. Now, with marketing, it's all very challenging in terms of getting exact ROIs on, what exactly a client's spending versus how much they're making back on that. But what I tend to measure my success by is feedback from clients directly, but also the results they're getting. And I also help clients win awards, and that's a biggie for me, really. And that's what's really helped to lift my business, because winning awards such as the Theopathetis Awards, it does raise a business and their profile quite significantly. And that's something I've been able to kind of measure, that that has helped me to grow as a business. But also a year on year I've grown. So it took its time, and but growing through networking, through working with clients and them referring me to anybody they're working with, or just positive word of mouth, that has helped me to grow. But also I think it's success has been, I feel successful in that I have gained what I wanted to, and that was the flexibility to be able to be a stay-at-home mom and have that pure flexibility. And still, I like to think I can multitask anyway, but I've always done lots of different things all at once, and I do that in my role anyway. I don't just do social media, I do other things, and I don't just look after one industry, I look after lots of different industries. And that's because I can get myself into lots of different areas and still be there for my family at the same time, which for me, that was a biggie, that it was, but yeah, it's definitely giving back as well and seeing clients succeed themselves and doing better and better and better. That is the ultimate, what everybody wants that, don't they?
Well, you say that, but one of the things that I notice a lot in business and, on social media and a lot of the messaging you get is that it's all down to money and it's all about the money. And actually, when I talk to people, the themes that tend to come up are that giving back and helping people succeed and that
Mm,
flexibility. That seems to be the general thing. But very
yeah.
often, the very traditional view of being successful is to be making six,
Yeah.
seven figures.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, yeah, that, that's important. We all need to earn a living and pay our mortgages and whatnot. But at the same time as well, I think with small businesses, I think you do appreciate business a lot more. You appreciate how hard it is to run a small business. You understand people, if I have a client that says, oh, I need you to be flexible because I've got childcare issues or whatever, it goes without saying, there's that understanding, you have that flexibility. And yeah, I think it's not easy, it's not an easy road, but I think it is, it's very rewarding, and I see it more on that side of things, definitely.
Yeah, that's exactly the same for me. I think that one of my big things with these interviews is to be able to change that narrative for people and make people see that yes, money's important, as you say, we've all got to pay our mortgages, but
Mm.
also giving back and how it makes you feel as a person,
Mm.
what you're
Yeah,
doing, I think is so important for our mental and emotional well-being as
yeah,
well. So
yeah,
having that
definitely.
sense of satisfaction in what you do, knowing that you're helping people in
Yeah.
ways that I'm losing my train of thought has completely gone there, but you know what I mean? Just being able to give
Yeah.
back, help people grow their businesses, help them be successful in the way that's right for them, and to have that flexibility for yourself. And as you say,
Mm.
it's not easy. We've both done it with toddlers running around us, but we're both still here 9 years on, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So thinking back to when you were younger, what one tip would you give your younger self?
I think it was to not beat myself up and to not, push myself too hard in a direction that perhaps other people wanted me to do. So, when I was doing my GCSEs, my parents were very sort of, this is the route you need to go down. That's where you'll make the most money. Funny that, isn't it? How
Yeah.
that's that was the drive then, is that you want a job that gives you, a good career, that gives you good money. And actually, when I looked at what I originally wanted to do, it was helping other people, which probably didn't have the biggest salaries. However, I went in and did a GmbH in business, and that's where I got my passion for marketing, and probably about the age of 16, 17. And then it carried on from there, and I did my degree, and I carried on with my learning since then. But um I think it's important to follow your dreams, to do what you want to do. I ultimately decided that, yeah, marketing was a route I wanted to go down, and I knew what I wanted to do, but I took a massive risk at a young age to take on a job that wasn't in marketing, but it was in a business that had a marketing department, and took a big salary, sort of, a very minimum wage salary, to then gain experience in that company, to work my way up into the company, to then get offered a job in marketing because I could understand the customer base and I could understand how the business worked, and that layered the future for me. And I think that is sort of, go at your own pace, but it's also about looking after yourself as well. One thing I've done over the years, I've pushed and pushed and pushed, even from a young age of revising and doing coursework, and I've never looked after myself properly. So self-care, I think, is a big one. And I think from a young age, I should have really adapted, have hobbies, read books, take time out, and not just be all 100% on something. Yes, it's worked well for me in terms of I've got a career I want now, but at the same time, you don't want burnout, which can happen. So I think that in a roundabout way answers your question.
No, I love there's so much in what you said there, isn't there? That there's that expectation of our parents and society on us to do certain things, but that isn't necessarily what makes us happy. And I'm totally with you on the self-care. I'm probably a bit of a strange mum in some ways because I won't push my girls when they're
Mm.
revising. You know, I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I want you to carry on with your hobbies. And I see a lot at the moment, and there's a lot of exams been going on and mocks and
Mm.
a lot of messaging on the WhatsApp, like the kids' WhatsApp groups going, oh, so and so's not coming
Mm.
tonight because they're revising. And I'm like, you know, when it
Mm.
comes to your time to do that, you're going to carry on with your hobbies because actually there's more to
Mm.
life than sitting studying all the time. And
Yeah.
you know, I think it's testament to where you've got to with your own business, where I've got to with mine, and other people that even if you know you don't get the best qualifications, and I'm not saying we didn't, but you know, if you don't, you can still make a success of things because you know we've gone out on our own, and yes, we've
Yeah.
had some background behind us, but it's not all about those qualifications that we got, and it's not all about chasing money all the time. It's
Mm.
about being happy and healthy and having that
Yeah.
emotional, mental well-being and balance.
Yes, absolutely, definitely.
So thank you, Claire,
Mhm.
today.
That's
There's
my
been
pleasure.
so many great things in there, and I think there's lots of things that people will take away from this interview. Please do go and check out my other success interviews if you want some more inspiration. And I hope that people will be in touch soon for other interviews. Bye for now.